In this tutorial, we'll look at the module assessment for the digital media part of the strategic marketing and digital media module. So we're only looking at the two digital media assessments. In here, first of all, Nora will be giving you out your assessment for strategic marketing, and I'm looking at the two assessments for digital media. The two assessments together are worth 50% of the entire mark. So the 50% for the digital media and 50% for strategic marketing. Okay. So with regards to digital media, I have two assessments. Each of them are worth 25% each. And they're fairly straightforward in what I'm intending to lay out here. Okay. The first one is assessment one looks at a digital marketing campaign or creating a digital marketing campaign. So this is a digital marketing plan that you're putting together. And what we're looking at here is for you to come up with an enterprise of your choice. So you're deciding on the concept that you want to deal with here. And I'm just going to go through this for a second here. It could be anything. Like over the last number of years, students have come up with everything from the concept of sustainable living and created a digital marketing campaign around that concept. Some have come up with the Famine Way and created a digital marketing campaign around that. As I said, some of these are real live businesses, such as the Famine Way and Anya Broadbury Catering and Pierce Lines, whereas other ones are concepts of different ideas that are going on there. Some of them are like Dunleary Farmers Market is a real thing, but it's not a business as such. It's a conglomerate of businesses together. Student Eats is looking at cheap places for students to eat, and same with Foodies for Uni. Look at cheap places for students to eat around Dublin. Sustainable Living looks at the concept of green living. Dublin by Day is exactly that. Grange Gorman Yums looks at things like places to eat around new Grange Gorman campus. And Romance in Dublin, it looks at things like, places to maybe bring people on dates and to do romantic things around the city. So there's lots of different things. It's completely up to you what your concept is going to be and how you're going to approach it and what your aim of your concept are going to be. So you can have a specific aim around the focus of sustainable living or any of these concepts that come up here. One group a couple of years ago looked at places to eat in Greystones. So all of these things are, places to stay in such and such a place, things to do in Dublin for young families, and then last year we had a guy who looked at. He was from Sligo. He was into cycling, and he looked at cycling routes in Sligo, and cycling in Sligo as a destination in general. So it's up to yourself to decide on what concept you want to look at. So what I want you to do, either as an individual or a group, it is a group assignment with a maximum of 4 people in the group. And what you can do is you can do it individually if you want to. But obviously you can do it as a group of 2, 3 or 4. And what I want you to do is no later than week 4 is I want you to send me your assignment topic for approval. And if you're a group or an individual, if you're a group, let me know who's in your group, etc. Okay. And that's just so that I can make sure that the concept is worth doing. But as well as that, the last point here, if you look down on the very bottom here, it says if the subject of your assignment or the concept that you choose has an appropriate digital marketing plan and channels, the group must choose another subject. Now, what that simply means is there's no point in a group picking something like Glastonbury and saying we're going to do a digital marketing campaign for Glastonbury, when Glastonbury has a really good digital marketing campaign and really good digital marketing channels. So there's no point in doing something like that. If you wanted to look at some, side topic of that, you might look at Green Glastonbury or, different things like that. Okay. So, but what I'm saying is if the concept you choose already has a really good marketing campaign, digital marketing campaign, and has a really good set of digital channels, well implemented and maintained, there's no point in you dealing with it. I don't want somebody to just get a topic and give it a coat of paint I don't want somebody who just maybe change a little bit of content. This has got to be a complete overhaul. If they already have a digital marketing campaign, it's got to be a complete change of direction. There's got to be something major major refurbishments needed. So with that in mind, that's the idea behind that. The assignment is due on Monday, the 16th of November, and you'll be emailing it to me. And the assignment is worth 25% of the entire strategic marketing and digital media module. So now with regards to submitting of your assignment, what I will do is I'll endeavour to correct and give you back your feedback on your assignment within a week. So when you give it in on the 16th of November, you'll get your feedback back, you'll get your mark back. You can then resubmit that assignment up until the very end of the course, which is the last day of the course. And you will get the higher mark if there is a higher mark going for it. Just say you submit the first assignment for the first time and you get a mark of 62. What I'm saying is you will not receive a mark less than 62. Okay. If you then, when you resubmit, get a mark of 75, you'll get to keep that 75. So what I'm saying is there's no harm in resubmitting. The whole idea is to try to encourage students to try to resubmit, to try to improve their initial submission based on the comments that I make and hopefully the hints that I give you to try to improve the whole process. So that's assignment 1. So what you're doing is you're deciding on what your digital marketing campaign is. Assignment 2, I'll just look at the digital marketing plan here. This is the breakdown of your marks for assignment 1. And it will be on your assignment as well. And there's a moderation form included with assignment 1 and assignment 2. This means that if you want to, as a group, you can submit this. If the group, maybe just say 2 people in the group work a little bit harder than somebody else and everybody agrees to that, they can put in a moderated mark. Whereas maybe if 2 people work slightly more than the other person, they can put in maybe 105 for the first 2 people. So 105%, and then 90% for the third person. So the whole lot, if there's 3 people, it has to add up to 300%. And the marks will be divided based on that moderated percentage that's submitted. Everyone has to sign it as well. Okay, but as I said, if everyone works equally well, there's no need for anyone to submit a moderation form, but it's there if needs be. Assignment 2. Assignment 2 is simply doing what you said you're going to do in assignment 1. So you might say in assignment 1 you're going to implement 4 different channels. Well, then in assignment 2 you're actually doing that. Okay, so assignment 1 is predominantly a written assignment, where assignment 2 is predominantly a development assignment. So when I get assignment 2 from you, really all I'm going to get is just say you've got 4 channels and there is 4 links to your 4 channels, and I will go and inspect them and see how they're created, how they're developed, how they're implemented, and how they're maintained. So it's really doing what you said you're going to do in assignment 1. So if you want to look at this a different way, assignment 1 is part A and assignment 2 is part B. It's of the one assignment, if you want to look at it that way. So the group, if you have 2 members in the first assignment, well, it's the same 2 members in the second assignment and so on. Okay, so it's the same group. And assignment 2 is due on the 8th of December. And again, assignment 2 is worth 25% of the entire module. And at that stage, you can resubmit assignment 1 if you want to as well. Okay. So the actual marks allocated for assignment 2 are down along here. Again, they'll be included in your assignment. You can get that on the website. And there is a moderation form if you wish to deal with that. Okay. So just to recap, assignment 1 is a written document, predominantly a written document. You may include different things, like I'll expect an SEO audit, which we'll be doing virtually in class, which will be on Excel, and but you'll also probably put into storyboards and flowcharts, which again we'll be dealing with in class, and they'll probably more than likely be in PowerPoint, but predominantly a Word document. Okay. And assignment 2 will be a list of links to the channels that you create based on what you said you were going to do in assignment 1. So to recap, 25% for both assignments. It's up to yourselves whether you want to do it individually as a group. If you're doing it as a group, maximum of 4 in a group. And finally, assignment 1 is due on the 16th of November and assignment 2 is due on the 8th of December. And just to recap again, assignment 1 can be resubmitted any date up until the 8th of December, but it's not compulsory that you do that.